Good morning. Welcome to Power Systems. This is Dr. Vijay. Today we are going to discuss on the topics called restructured power markets. So, in the trading arrangements in the restructured power markets can be modeled to several market structures. So, the market models are first one is PoolCo model, bilateral contract model, hybrid model, then spot market model. In that spot market model, there are two types. One is day ahead market and hour ahead market or real time market. Next, the fifth one is retail market. So these are the five models which is available in our restructured power system or deregulated power system. So we are going to see one by one in detail about this model. So first model is PoolCo model. What is this PoolCo model? So PoolCo model is a central electricity market where all the sellers and the buyers submit their bids. Say for example, in the PoolCo market, what they will do is buyers also they will submit the bids, and sellers also will submit the bids. That is that frames the PoolCo markets. So after that, whoever winning, say for example, it's like what is meant by pool. Pool is nothing but a collection of water. Can we say pool as a collection of water? The same thing here. The PoolCo market is a central electricity market where all the generators, so generator companies and all, that means sellers. Okay, so they will submit the bids, and buyers, say for example, that buyers like domestic customers or retail customers, okay, bulk consumers, then and all they'll also submit their bids. Okay, so in between the independent system operators there, so they will runs and control this market. So they will monitor. So who say how this bidding works. So how this bidding works now, sellers offers how much electricity they can supply at what price. Say for example, in that area, the power generation, you can generate around some 1,000 megawatt. So 1,000 megawatt only the sellers will give the bid, and for what rate. Say for example, we are generating at some 4 rupees per unit. Like that, the sellers will submit their bid. So buyers also can bid for how much electricity they want. Say for example, buyers side, they want only for 5 rupees. Okay, so but the sellers can bid for 4 rupees. Next, what about the profit? Profit that also they will demand. So after that, because by sellers, so the sellers and buyers were come into the conclusion, and they were say for example, some 4 rupees 50 paise. That is the final place, like that. So that price is called market clearing price. So now you understand what is market clearing price. So sellers can submit the bid at what is the amount of electricity they can produce and what price they can give the power, and buyers also can bid. Okay, so how much? Say so you should not ask for 1 rupee less cost also. Okay, so that is some limit is there. They need to start with that limit. So you need to start from 5 rupees onwards, like that. Some limit will be given. So buyers also can bid, and this sellers and buyers, this ISO will monitor. So ISO will monitor. Then all will submit into that frames the electric pool. So ISOs will tell like how much rupees that the buyers can purchase. So this this winning price is called market clearing price. So this is the structure of the PoolCo market. So you see the sellers can bid and buyers can bid. Okay, so here the independent system operators then. So independent system operator, they will monitor whether they are giving the secure power or not. That means a reliable power or not. Okay, so they maintain the security of the system. Next, what is this market clearing price? So this price and this price has to coordinate. So, say for example, this sellers can bid for 4 rupees, and buyers also asking for 5 rupees like that. So sometimes the buyers will ask for 3 rupees. 50 paise like that. So sellers can't sell because they will be in the loss. Okay. So sellers also what they will do, they will and they will submit, say, well, within the profit also they will submit, but buyers, they should not ask for the less cost because sellers can go in the loss, no. But in the restructured power market, some sellers might be there. Some sellers, say for example, if they are producing with some renewable energy sources, so they can sell at a very least cost, say for example 3 rupees also for them. They can easily provide the buyers for a cost of 3 rupees 50 paise. But if some sellers, they are say they are generating by using a thermal coal. So coal is costly. So that and all they can't go with because some profit or margin also they need to keep. Okay, sellers. So that the winning price is called market clearing price. So this is the structure of the PoolCo market. Now, what is the role of ISOs in the PoolCo market? So ISOs, what they will do? So ISOs will collect the bids, all the bids from the that sellers and the buyers. That means generation companies and the consumers, buyers. Okay, so ISO maintains the it balances the supply and demand using this optimization. Supply also you should maintain and demand. So, for example, what is the demand? So, based on that, they need to coordinate with the generating companies that so today's demand is 1,000 megawatt, so you can produce 1,000 megawatt, and that's it. Like that, that roles also this independent system operator is making. So considers this transmission and reliability limits also. So for example, in the transmission, you see some losses also will be there. Okay, and the reliability. So sometimes yeah, they will tell generation companies itself will they will tell like only we can give the uninterrupted power supply for some 23 hours. So 1 hour will be the deficit for us because due to the cold is not there. So what they will do is the independent system operators have to buy the power from the spot market, that we are going to see in the next model. So the main role of the ISO is also to dispatch the generators optimally. So which generators has to work for optimal generators? Say for example, they can't able to buy all the power from the thermal generating itself. So they need to select some optimal generators. Then only the price for the consumers will be less. So and also it calculate the market clearing price. So market clearing price, winning price of the market. Well, that the say for example that should that should also satisfies the sellers and as well as the buyers. That is the winning price of the market. That is called market clearing price. And also it handles the billing, settlements, say for a collection of tariffs, settlements to the generation companies and collection from the consumers and giving back to generators. So everything this independent system operator will manage. So this independent system operator sometimes it will be the non-profit organization if it is owned by the government. Sometimes it will they will take some profit margin of I said no some 50 paise. For example, here the sellers are demanding for 4 rupees, but the buyers are asking for only 3 rupees for 50 paise. But that price sellers can't give. Okay, so in the independent system operators telling like to the buyers like finally you can conclude with the 4 rupees 50 paise. That one. So that 4 rupees is the price that is getting from generators, but that 50 paise is for running this independent system operator. If it is private owned. Okay, so like that. So some model it might be non-profit organization, some model it might be profit organization, but it is an independent organ. Mostly, if you go for private organization, what they will do is they will they will compromise with the generation companies, then they will increase the price. So it might be mostly it will be government regulated organization only. So they will not get any profit out of it. So important, this ISO does not own any generators or this transmission line. That is the very important point. Next is a market clearing price. So what is meant by market clearing price in this model, that is PoolCo model? So the market clearing price is the price at which total supply is equal to total demand. Okay, so supply is equal to demand. So that generation, whatever the supply, that it should equal the demand. And also it is said by the most expensive generator required to meet the load. Say for example, some I said no, some renewable energy resource, they can also generate it for very low cost. But if you add all this thing and take the average, say for example, thermal generating also generating power. So if you take the average, that cost will come approximately around 4 rupees like that. So that is the most expensive generator required to meet the load. So this generator is called as a marginal unit. Okay, so and also what is meant by single price settlement? So single price settlement, so all the generators are paid at the same market clearing price. Okay, they will not pay for different tariff and all to the generators, money to the generators. So this paid with the same market clearing price. And even if the production cost is lower, say for example, as I said, no renewable energy source. So even the production costs, so they will be market clearing, because consumers also bidding, no. So both generators also bidding, consumers also bidding. So that final price is the market clearing price, winning price. So even with the production low production cost also, this market clearing prices you need to pay the same. This encourage efficient and low cost generator to offer cheaper power, and so that they can make a profit. Okay, so even low cost generator also can given with the same make more profit. Okay, and high cost generator also will get the very less profit. Okay, so as total, they will get some profit. Okay, so that is the single price cycle. Next, competition in the poolco. So what they will do is, in this model, the generation companies also compete to supply the electricity for the low cost. Okay, so if they bid too low, the power may not be dispatched. Okay, say for example, too low, they are giving some hydro, they are using some hydro power station, they are giving for very too low cost. Okay, then also the power may not be. And buyers competent for available power. So buyers can see the choices which company is providing for least cost. So we can take that company, and we can consume the power. Like that, buyers also compete for the available market. So if they are bidding too low, as I said, no, if they are bidding for very too low price, they may not get the required power, energy, or electricity, because some price will be there. So they should not go less. Say for example, 4 rupees is the price. They should not go for 2 rupees or 2 rupees 50 paise, 350 like that. So they have to ask 4 rupees or some reasonable cost that the buyers can pick. Okay, this all happening in a electronic market. So that is like a website. You buyers also can bid, the generators also can bid there. So market clearing price will be shown. So this also can happen. So this improves the efficiency and pushes the companies to reduce the cost. Automatically, the cost will be reduced. Next is, what is the spot price market? So spot price market is nothing but the final spot price may be slightly higher than this market clearing price. So because buyers must also can pay for ancillary services also, because you see, like they have to manage for reserves, reserve generators they need to pay, even if they are operating or not. They, some workers will be working over there, so they need to pay for the reserve generators, frequency control, reactive power. Okay, then transformer tap changing settings. So many factors are there. Next, fax devices, they need to pay. Okay, thyristor control, reactor, they need to pay. Next to UPFC, Unified Power Flow Controller, also they need to pay. So these are the things are there in this spot market price. So ISO is operating and administrating this cost. Okay, so what is the main difference between the PoolCo market and the bilateral contract? So bilateral contract market, we are going to see in the next topic. So in the PoolCo market, one centralized market will be there, that is run by the ISO. All the trades happen through this pool. Okay, so one pool. I said no, pool is collection of all generators and buyers. So one pool will be there. That means it is a centralized market that is run by the ISOs. So if you take the bilateral contract model, direct contracts are happening between the buyers and the generators. Direct contract instead of having the ISOs in the middle. So directly you are contacting generators and then you are making the contract. So you can have to give the power for 1 year throughout the year, 365 days into 24 by 7 hours. You need to give the power for only for some 6 rupees cost. That is all about the bilateral contracts model. So, what are the key benefits in this PoolCo model? Is it promotes the competition, as I said. Next, it encourages the economic dispatch because only least cost generators only will be allowed to generate the power. Otherwise, the tariff will becomes more. Next, low cost generators will be rewarded sometimes. Next, it provides a transparent price signals for the investment and as well as the consumption. So these are the key benefits in this PoolCo